I don't know if do you guys have or own weighted blankets?
You know, I bought a weighted blanket and I was like, I love this so much. And then I put it on my couch as a couch cover. Now I need to buy another one. I'm like, this is the best couch cover ever. I'm like, shit, now I need to buy another weighted blanket.
Wait, what's a weighted blanket?
So it's like a blanket, but it's like really heavy. It's like you can buy some depends on how heavy you want it. But like, I think the one that I tried out before was like 11 kilos. I don't know how heavy that is in pounds.
That sounds like something that would give you bad dreams. What?
No, so like basically it's, I don't know how it technically works, but for those who like weight on you when you sleep, like I like heavy blankets when I sleep, especially during like the winter time or something when I like to snuggle, because apparently the heavy weight during sleep helps with like anxiety. Like the pressure helps with getting you to fall asleep. I think it's
like a hug.
Yeah,
like a big hug.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, like, you know how I've heard before that if you put your hands on top of your chest when you sleep, you'll be much more likely to have nightmares, which is kind of true. Which is like, I mean, like I personally think that's true because Dadris really likes to always put his hands on top of his chest when he sleeps, and he gets nightmares every other day. And we'd always have to like wake him up, being like, "Wake up, Daddy!" Yeah, he'd start going like, and like when he's sleeping on the couch in the living room, and we'd be like, "Hey, Daddy, wake up! All right, what are you being chased by this time?" Like, you know.
I mean, I think I put my hands on my stomach, but I've never tried on my chest.
No, the stomach is fine, but putting it on top of your heart, like, yeah, apparently, I don't know, it, like the weight.
How do you do that?
It makes.
Oh my God.
I don't know, but once in a while, like when I would unconsciously put my hands on top of my chest and sleep, I have had bad dreams from that too. And maybe it might be a coincidence, I don't know, but I kind of believe that, yeah, it does cause bad dreams. That's why I was thinking a weighted blanket. That sounds like
the weighted blanket, I think it's like it's evenly distributed over your entire body.
So it'll actually make you feel comfortable?
Yeah, they say it's meant to remind you of, this the closest thing to like womb, you know, so it's like the comfort of pressure.
What? Do you remember how it was like in the womb?
Oh my God.
From a womb.
Wow, what a memory.
Yeah, she came from an egg, a rat egg.
Oh,
never mind. Never mind.
I don't really know how I came to be, but it's fine. But yeah,
the egg.
Weighted blanket.
Yeah, no, she's not a regular rat, so you know, she's not your average rat. Egg? Maybe.
I don't know. Lore? Question mark?
Yes, question mark lore. We'll find out one day.
Yeah, that's how to fix your sleep, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we're also not the best role models for sleep, but...
Not really. Probably shouldn't be asking a group of YouTubers.
I think there was like a question that was similar about like asking about how, like, because of the HoloFest, like they broke their sleep schedule and they don't know how to fix it. And my personal advice for fixing a broken sleep schedule, for example, like if you cannot sleep at 5 a.m., this might not be good advice though. This is just what I do. So when I get like super hyper and I can't sleep at like 5 a.m., what I would do is I would just stay up the whole night, because it's I feel like it's stressful to try to like make yourself fall asleep when you can't. Like I've experienced times when I'm like forcing myself to sleep, like go to sleep, and I would just lie down in my futon with my eyes closed for like a whole 2 hours trying to sleep, and it's just so stressful. So I would just you know, I would just go fudge it and stay awake, and then basically drink a lot of coffee to keep myself awake for the rest of the upcoming day, and then become super drowsy at the end of that and sleep at the proper time and fix it.
That is a way.
Though I don't know if that's healthy though.
Probably not. I mean, I hear that apparently with sleep, it's not like you can ever gain it back. So for example, if you sleep for 2 hours one night, it's not like you can just sleep like 8 plus 8, 18 hours and get all that sleep time back. It's like not how the brain works, unfortunately. So it's like you got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow when you sleep. You know, it's like you really ought to get a good night's sleep right off the bat. But another thing that I read online while trying to figure out how to sleep was that it's harder to keep yourself awake sometimes than it's easier to, what is it? Let me remember the wording. If you don't try to sleep, you may have a better time actually falling asleep, because trying to stay awake is harder than trying to go to sleep is harder than trying to stay awake.
That is true. You just give up trying to fall asleep and just like play with your phone. Eventually you'll get drowsy and fall asleep in the end anyways. Yeah, that too. Yeah, I did mention, I did mention, I don't think what I do is technically good advice. I think it's probably unhealthy, but that's basically what I do.
I don't think any of us are healthy. But
no, not at all.
We're not role models when it comes to health.
Oh, I've got one. Ooh. Okay, there's 2 questions in here. First question, how do you improve in singing? And second question, how do you fix a divorce?
Take it away, Bae and Irys.
No, we can talk about the singing one first. How do you get improve in singing? I also want to know from you two, please. Give me some advice.
I feel like practicing like a bunch of different songs, anything that you listen on the radio, anything that you're interested in learning, just learning all different sorts of songs is a good way to, don't just practice like one song over and over again. I would just practice like a bunch of different songs at once. Though I don't know if that's good advice for everyone. I feel like everyone to their own, but that and also like, I feel like in the beginning, before you find like how you want to sing, just find like a singer that you really, really like and try to copy them in the beginning. Like, of course, it's not good to like copy, but like, it's like a good place to start off. And then from then on, you can add your own spice to it, is what I think.
Yeah, I actually really agree with what you say, Irys. And I feel like if you're looking for like a way to kind of add your own or come up with your own style, a great place to start is looking for inspiration in people that are number one, maybe speaking and singing in a different language, and number 2, either have a different vocal range for you, or like for example, if you're like a lady singer like me, I took a lot of inspiration from dude singers, and then I kind of use their techniques, but it sounds different and not like you're necessarily copying, because you have a different range and you speak a different language. Exactly. So you can use it as a springboard point to develop your own style. Of course you want to develop further than that,
the different language one is a really good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Good idea, Irys.
Yeah, no, I didn't think of the word inspiration, but yes, not copying. Inspiration, that's the word.
Inspiration.
And then you just have fun with it, right? Just have fun with it. Also, like maybe record yourself and play it back to yourself and listen to it. And it's good. It's a good way to rehearse and improve yourself.
I feel like with my new release, for example, some of the songs that were like much more high pitched and whatnot, I asked my vocal coach, what should I do? And my vocal coach said, I mentioned this on members only stream today. My vocal coach said, all right, here's what you do. When you get to the high note, don't think to yourself, oh man, here comes the high note. Here comes the high note. I don't know. Just believe you can. So for a minute, I believed that I was like Irys for a second. I was like, yes, Irys can sing high notes. No, I am Irys in this one moment. And I tried to channel the Irys energy.
Oh, yes. Oh, the cameo.
One moment. Pretend that I've got Irys's range. Just pretend that I do. And
I'm glad that I pop up in your head during that.
Yes, I mean, you were a great inspiration for me to try like singing more in this album.
I noticed that in your album. So much for singing, and it sounds amazing.
Thank you.
You're gonna become a double-edged sword. Is that a compliment? Double-edged sword with one side being the rap, one side being the singing. You're gonna be invincible.
Close. It's close. Thank you.
You display that, yeah.
Close enough. I mean, I appreciate that so much. A triple threat, a double threat, something like that.
Yeah.
More like a Swiss knife. That's very sweet of you. I understand the sentiment. Thanks a lot, Irys. I tried my best. I guess my advice would have to be, not everybody can get a vocal coach because vocal coaches are expensive. So the good news is YouTube has a ton of great tutorials, but you got to be careful. You got to like, don't if you're gonna be going onto YouTube to take advice for like singing and stuff like that, take everything with a little grain of salt, and I think you'll do just fine and learn a lot.
Yeah, I personally watched a lot of YouTube videos of stuff like that, especially like for stuff like mixed voice or like how to like a transition from chest voice to head voice. I think that's what it is. Yeah, which I actually had a hard time doing a couple years ago. But yeah, those videos actually do give decent advice. Like I don't think it works for everyone though. And like, or also like to maybe improve your range, they have those practice videos where they have like that piano and like, oh, sing with me, and you go higher and higher and higher. Eventually it goes ridiculously high, and they tell you to just stop wherever you're comfortable with.
Oh, that's another point that I should really quickly make, is that you guys are bringing up, is that it's also true that you should be taking your vocal coach's advice with a grain of salt too. If you're getting weird vibes or don't feel comfortable or don't feel like you're improving, it's okay to switch. It's okay to like move around. For me, I found someone spectacular, so I'm fine, but that's not always how it works out with everyone, and sometimes you may get someone who's not quite what you need and not really a good fit. So always use your own intuition. It can be hard to rely on your own intuition sometimes, but that's a part of growing, I think, and learning to trust yourself. So if you get bad, weird vibes, get out of there, find someone else.
Definitely. So I don't think any vocal coach is definitely bad. It's just that like the advice that each vocal coach gives is definitely different. But definitely different. Some of them have their own ways of teaching, some of them have different ways. Just like how, you know, certain, like in school, you know, certain teachers some students love and some students hate. Like it just depends on what you like and what like what Kelly said, what vibes with you. Bye.